Everybody ready?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Nick, you ready? Jay, you ready?
Yeah, I was just gonna tell Shay to make sure he slide the audio bar towards the chat so the stream can hear us a little better.
Don't do it all the way. We want to hear that crowd a little, I say keep it balanced if you can, or like put it a little bit closer towards the
Like three
controller.
fourths controller.
Hold on, I'm putting the
I wouldn't
stream
say
up.
3/4, but
Look, man, let's not
that
complicate
crowd,
things.
that crowd be going crazy, man. We live in the new bank.
I gotta pause it so after the kickoff. I'm
All
gonna pause it.
right, we live in the new bank with it. Show that stream up in the chat, so I go ahead and introduce my motherfucking self. I'm the
I ain't gonna
play-by-play caller, K Block
Oh
with
my
you.
god. Oh my-
Yeah, man. Oh, y'all wearing blue? Yeah.
That's strong. And they wearing white in their own stadium.
Yeah. All right, baby. And we loud as shit. Nah, we can't. Fuck y'all niggas. That crowd be live. My
Bro,
crowd be
this don't
close.
be tweaking, bro. I'm not even wearing white, bro.
On his joint, you wearing white and he wearing blue.
Bro, I'm wearing. Alright.
What you wearing? What's the unis on your joint?
He wearing blue and silver, but I'm wearing purple and black and white at home. It's just like last night too. I went back and watched the stream. I had all black on in my game, but on the stream I
Nah,
didn't.
on my joint you didn't.
I got on blue, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
All
He
right,
just
probably.
saying that
bet.
his joint. He just saying that his joint the jersey's different. But yeah, here we go, niggas. Back to back to the game. We live with it. We in the yo, the new bank. Play-by-play call K Block with you. One Trey J on the color commentary. We got Dallas taking a trip up to the yo. The new man, Jonathan Brooks, 2 yard carry, getting this game going from the 25. Now, Jay, if you like, you can get started with the keys for the offense of the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, nah, most certainly, man. So I definitely want to highlight the fact that Jonathan Brooks, he's actually on a milestone watch at this current moment right now, man. He's about 4 TDs shy from actually peaking, I want to say 50 in his career. So I definitely say we should keep an eye out for that.
For sure, for sure. So it sounds like Jonathan Brooks might be a big factor in this game. He just went head up with a freight train and Patrick Queen. Another 2 yard game for the back. And I get it going with the keys of the keys of the day for the defense, and it's going to start with the pair in the middle of that defense. Roquan, Patrick Queen, studs at the middle linebacker position, going to be needed in the pass game and the run game. Shador, the new quarterback in Dallas, passes to his new favorite, Evan Stewart. And so this game, we coming off a loss in the new bank last week for the Ravens. This week, looking to get in the win column versus Dallas. Got a 1st and 10 from the 44. Has it off to Jonathan Brooks. Has a good hold up front. That offensive line is moving today. He gets a 7 yard gain.
Yeah, man, I definitely want to add this is going to be a very interesting game to see how Shador is going to get settled in with this offense. He did a good job last week, throwing 75% and protected the ball with 227 yards. Let's see how he plays up against his defense today.
Another handoff to Brooks. He's busy this first drive. He breaks the tackle from Queen, but the standout safety, Kyle Hamilton, coming down make it a 3rd and 3. And so yeah, it was a lot of moves with the new coach, Coach Shea, coming over from the Cincinnati Bengals. He brought in Mike McDaniel to be the OC, and he actually hired the old head coach of this very team in the Ravens, John Grant, as the D coordinator.
Good
Looking
throw by
downfield, he has
Shador.
88 CD. Gets it down to the 88-yard line. Shador shows he could throw it on the move, or he could throw it from the pocket.
I like what I'm seeing out of this first drive, man.
First drive seems like it's real smooth. Cutting like a hot knife through butter. Down in the goal line from the 8, handing it off to Brooks. That's the young man, the rookie Sample, D tackle out of LSU.
We can definitely see how Baltimore is coming out for their defense, man. They definitely putting the emphasis on stopping Brooks early.
Yeah, and this is a young defense. Besides the vets up there in the middle linebacking core, standout free safety Shamir Jackson getting the nod as the starter this year, switching over to the opposite side, dumping it off to Haynes,
Mm,
the other
mm.
running back in this deep running back room, makes 2 men miss, gets to the 1 yard line.
I hope
We
them
get a
ankles are taped up, son.
we get a fight there, but Jair Brown comes up and saves the day. Makes it a 3rd and goal from the 1 yard line. You gotta think the famous saying comes into play, 4th and go for it here. Handing it off to Overliable. It seems like the lineman made a tackle there. Supposed to pull and block a defender, but knocks his running back down and pushes him back to the 3 yard line. And like
Yes,
I say,
sir.
the famous 4th and go for it scenario here, with a drive so good on the road, it'd be a shame to come out with less than 6.
Yes, sir, man. And I definitely want to put re-emphasis on the fact that Jonathan Brooks is on that milestone watch with currently having 49 rushing touchdowns on his career. So at any time TD would today would put him at that half century mark.
Had a hell of a game last week, getting the season going with 3 rushing touchdowns. We get a timeout there from the Dallas offense. Didn't like the look they seen. Looks like the coach decides to bring out the field goal unit. Got to come away with something here.
Oh
And
my.
the young man shanks it
He
right
didn't
there.
even
That
have
was
a
a that was
a,
a gimme. Grandma
a
could have kicked
terrible
that.
shank.
So it seems like the Dallas Cowboys still come out of the first drive with 0 points and gives the ball to the man, number 8, MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Man, I don't know, man. I probably could have kicked that with my eyes closed.
Man, it kind of looked like the punter and not the kicker, the way he shanked it. And there he
Yeah.
goes. Came in to be the second man, but got to step up for the next month. That's DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, man. So let's just go into this Ravens offense, man. They had a very solid solid outing on defense last week, but it just wasn't enough as the offense didn't show any high power movements for Ollie Gordon, man. He's out for 4 weeks, so we're gonna see how this Ravens offense orchestrates with this new offensive coordinator in Shanahan.
When no Shanahan's actually down there in
I'm sorry,
Pittsburgh at the rival.
this is Matt LaFleur,
Yeah,
the
Matt
green former
LaFleur.
Green Bay native.
Yeah, Matt LaFleur. That's the end of the first quarter there. We got an even ball game. Zip to zip.
So man, we got a first drive out of the Cowboys. We getting ready to see what the Ravens' first drive is gonna look like. What you like so far, man? What's your takeaways from how this game started?
So far, haven't seen the game. Well, we haven't seen the offense from the Ravens' point of view, but from the Cowboys side, seemed like a real smooth drive. Had a real
Hmm.
good game last week against the Colts. I believe they won that game at a score of 29 to 10.
29. Yes,
So
sir. Yes, sir.
now you coming in on the road again. Haven't even seen your home fans. You get a drive going like that the first drive of the game. It's good to see. You can't ask for more. Got to get the kicking situation together, but hopefully the kicker don't have to come back out next time, unless it's for 1 point.
Yeah, no, I definitely think they'll figure it out. I'm interested to see how this Raven offense is going to definitely be orchestrating today with Swift being the main guy that could take on some carries with Ollie Gordon being out. We know last week Lamar Jackson had went 4 for 11, which is 36% with 32 passing yards, no touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. So as they continue to evolve, man, I'm curious to see if they're going to throw the ball a little bit more this week and try to get things going.
Pittsburgh defense was flying. Got to get them going this week against the stout defense against Dallas. Excuse me, fans. But here we go. We got a 3rd and 9 for Lamar Jackson. Looking to pass, like you said, some pressure up front. That's Mekhi Wingo, the former Atlanta Falcon, getting the sack, the first of the season for him. And it's a 4th and 19, bringing out the punt unit.
And you don't see that often, man, where Lamar Jackson is getting sacked in the pocket, especially from interior pressure like that, man. As evasive as he normally is getting up out of there, being the escape artist that he's known to be.
And there
That's
he
a great
goes,
move by Pollard.
the man Tony Pollard. Great punt return, making some man moves, some man miss, making some moves. Gets down to the 48-yard line. But like you say, you normally do see the wheels from arguably the best running quarterback in NFL history. Maybe the new system. He's trying to learn how to become a pocket passer. That time, wrong time to pick it. Shador going back out, another drive. Finds CD. Had one man to beat. Makes another man miss. And it's only him in the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys. And we know the
Did you see
playmaker
that
CD
move?
Lamb is. Beat the man in man coverage on the comeback route. Safety. Nothing. Hold my
Man,
beer.
I just sure hope that these guys got good insurance, man, because the way these ankles are getting snatched, mm, 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 mm.
And that makes the first TD for CD on the season. Kickoff here after the PAT for the Cowboys. 7-0 ball game. Ball went out of the end zone. Gets
Oh, he got a
cracked on the
fumble.
play. But with the insurance of Rashad Bateman, allows Lamar Jackson to come out from the 27-yard line. And we almost seen a game flipping play. Had the option maybe to sit down in the end zone,
Man,
but
the football gods was looking out for them just now.
the Cowboy decided to sit him down. Handoff, DeAndre Swift, great
Yes,
hold
Swift.
outside from the blocker. I believe that was Brahmer. Gets up,
That's
that's a first down for the Ravens. What was you saying,
and that's
Jay?
a good run right there, man. We seen a lot of that in Philly throughout his career, especially within the last 3 seasons. So he definitely looked good in his new Ravens uniform, man. I can't wait to see what he does this season.
From one bird to another. DeAndre Swift. Play action. Lamar looking downfield. Doesn't have anyone, but a spy's there. Got to throw it out of bounds. That's Barron. Looked like he was playing the spy for Lamar Jackson in case he decided to run out of the pocket.
And you find that to be the theme nowadays, man, when you're going up against these Ravens. To have a defensive scheme set up and not have a spy is almost asking for a nightmare. So expect to see that spy throughout this game.
Coach Nick trying to get things going with this Ravens offense. Has
And that's a
Bateman
dot.
across the middle of the field. Great pass by Lamar Jackson. Gets him down to the 39-yard line.
And that's a dot right there, man. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
And so we haven't seen the wide receivers in this offense get going yet. Like you said, 35 passing yards last week against the Steelers. Maybe they get going here. I think it might be Kobe Prentice's year. He's been peaking in his last seasons. I think this the year he does it. Tried to get it out to him short, but I believe that was Michael Parsons with the deflection.
And so, I heard you mention Prentice having a breakout year, man. So do you think he's gonna be that number one guy this year? Or
I
who you
think the
think is gonna
number
be
one
that leader of the group?
I think the number one seat still sits with Zay Flowers because of the relationship he has with Lamar Jackson, but Kobe Prentice, great number two. Here we go. 2nd and 10 from the 38. Lamar Jackson has Mark
You got
Andrews
old
underneath.
reliable, Mr. Reliable.
He said, hold up. That's my best friend. 19-yard gain.
He said, "Who got the better relationship with Lamar?" Yeah, hold my beer.
This drive seeming like it's working out for the Ravens. Looking downfield, dumps it off to Swift. He is reliable in the passing game. He gets him down to the 8-yard line. First and goal, Ravens.
And they say you can't go broke taking a profit, man. And right now, Nicky Romo is cashing out on these profits with the check down.
Here we go. First goal line situation for the Ravens today. Read option. Micah
Oh, and
Parsons
Micah
wasn't
forces the
having none
fumble.
of it. He stripped him. His second forced fumble of the season. And it puts Dallas at the 11-yard line. Lamar maybe should have gave it off and took his losses in the backfield. But it was a lot of Cowboys on that play.
I'm seeing hats on hats from that Cowboys defense right now.
That's considered as a run. It was behind the
Ooh,
line. That's Hawthorne, the first round pick for this Dallas offense a season ago. Gets a great game
got
down
yanked
to the
out of the
28
screen
yard
there, block.
line. Shador looking really good in his first year so far. Has Hawthorne again. He's busy. Zig route. Gets up 6 for 6 for Shador at the 46-yard line.
And I believe that's what, 2 catches on the day for Hawthorne?
I believe so. Well, the first one was considered as a run because it was behind the yard. It was behind the line of scrimmage, but that was an 18-yard gain. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning in the first half. Dallas up 7 and threatening. This game has been pretty interesting so far. Dallas looking to take the lead in a
Oh,
bigger fashion. Torrey Horton, the new addition, made some moves, broke a few tackles, got the first down. And what are we seeing here out of the defense from the Ravens? Looking like a zone underneath the Evan Stewart. Gets another first down. This Dallas offense is moving.
yeah, so we definitely know that the Ravens is under a new tutelage with D'Amico Ryans being the DC. So stopping the passing game is definitely something that they're going to have to put emphasis on, as we see.
Keeping the underneath game working. That CD Lamb gets out at the 20-yard line. He got 3 catches, 88.
Yeah, man, when you think about last week, granted, that Baltimore defense played a huge part in the 17 points, but a lot of those turnovers were self-inflicted wounds by the quarterback, and he still managed to have a good day. So,
Yeah, it was a great outing last week in the yards department from the Steelers. Dallas keeping it going here. Jonathan Brooks gets him down to the 5-yard line.
yeah,
When
so
Shador passes, the ball does not
mhm,
hit the dirt.
no sir, and I think I'm curious to see how this defense responds to a quarterback that's protecting the ball.
Decides to keep it on the read option and Oweh snuff it out. Gets a stop for this defense. Showing some life. Second and goal from the 9. We get a timeout here. Uh,
Always always will be and always has been a guy that you have to find when you are going up against that Ravens defense.
this front 7 is pretty good. JT had a great week in his own right last week. And there go Patrick Queen, arguably the defensive player of the week in the AFC
Yes,
from a
indeed. Yes,
week ago.
indeed.
Adds on to his sacks totals. Takes it up to 3 for the season. He's a middle linebacker. Defense showing some life. Gets another stop. Pushes him back to the 12. It's a third and goal. Tries to get it down to
They go that
Hawthorne, but
Ravens D.
Jair Brown, he snuffed it out. He gets another interception on the season, and it's down to the 22-yard line for the Ravens offense. Got 58 seconds of the timeout in the pocket, trying to add some points before this halftime.
And in the first 2 weeks of this new season, we have 3 interceptions on the year from Brown.
Is that his third? I thought that was his second. My bad on the stat checking. Brahmer gets it underneath, tried to get out of bounds. Was able to
Yeah,
stop him inside. Keeps this clock moving.
Yeah, man. I believe he had two interceptions in that Steelers game last week, and then he just secured a third one on the year on that
Just
last
one,
drive.
just one. Roquan had one, JT, Brown, and Allen. But then we just get another stop and a timeout there, the final one from the Ravens, trying to preserve this last 28 seconds to get some more yards, maybe get it in field goal range. Here we go. Lamar Jackson looking downfield. He has a man. It's Kobe Prentice, but a great play from the safety. Deflects it, knocks it down. It's a 4th and 14 punt unit. 23 seconds left. Maybe should have used the third down and just taken it to the half, but maybe trusting your
And
defense.
we almost had a
Almost,
block there.
yeah, almost had a block. Tony Pollard had a great punt return the first time around. Here go Allen. Stops him at the 30. What do you think Dallas does here after seeing how aggressive the Ravens just was? Just go ahead and hand it off to Jace McClellan. Uses their timeout. Got one left. 37-yard line, 11 seconds left. Guess they answering that question. Being aggressive. Another carry by McClellan. Gets a good gain. 6 seconds left to use another timeout. Seems worthless there at the 45-yard line. Haven't even crossed the 50. It's been a pretty good half. The scoreboard doesn't tell how good this offense for Dallas has been looking so far. Play action. Looking downfield, trying to make something happen. Has a lot of field. Go ahead and slide down and take us to halftime. It's a 7-0 ball game for the visiting team in Dallas. We in a new bank. And we got Coach Nick, the home coach, and his hometown team. How you feel
Yeah,
about your team so far, Nick? What do you think you got to do to get them back into this ball game? Only 7-0.
A little frustrated, man. And offense we gotta get something going. I feel like we just been stalling out, and we really gotta find a way to get a rhythm on offense. Figure out if it's gonna be within the run or the pass, but something's got to click on offense for us.
Appreciate you. Good luck going into the second half. And like I say, it's a 7-0 ball game with Dallas up so far. Ravens getting the kickoff. Baldwin decides to let it go. Now, Jay, how do you feel? What do you think needs to change for this Ravens team to get the win in this ball game?
well, I think that with this game still being close, man, it's a matter of them just kind of still playing, trying to fill things out and see exactly what's going to be their emphasis on the offense. Right now, it seems like they can't decide between if they're going to focus on running the ball, getting the zone run going, or working the passing game a little bit. So I think that's what the emphasis is going to have to be. Not trying to do everything under the sun, but more so just finding out what's going to work for this week and making sure that you do that at a high level.
Well, we just seen a great game there outside, getting that zone run working from DeAndre Swift. Gets 9.5, tries to get the rest, but it's a stop in the backfield from Clark, stepping over into the middle linebacker role this season. He isn't looking too bad.
Most definitely, man. One thing I can say about Swift, whenever you have times like this where your offense is looking for a spark, he is definitely the guy that steps up.
Well, we got a very, very third and manageable here, but it's a very critical down for the Ravens offense looking to get it in gear. Lamar Jackson looking downfield, the pressure in his face. Micah is in the
Oh
game, gets
man.
there. It's a 4th and inches from the 35-yard line. And you got to think it might be time to still go for it. But
Yeah, man.
don't want to risk it with the way this offense been looking. Going to trust the defense.
Yeah. Looked like Lamar Jackson had his eyes set on someone else because I know DeAndre Swift was wide open out the gate coming out the backfield. He only needed an inch. Pause.
Only needed some inches to get a first down on the play. Looked like he was looking for a mile. Punt unit gets him at the 15-yard line. Here comes Shador. He's been in gear so far with this Dallas offense. Threw an end zone down in the red zone last time. Kept it down at a one-score ball game. Jonathan
And
Brooks,
there, and
big
there he
game
go.
down to the 30.
Yeah, it's been a quiet day for him so far with just 7 rushes and 22 yards. But we all know he is famous for breaking one for 50 plus and a touchdown.
Going with the running back by committee. Haynes gets the ball out of the backfield, gets 3 yards on his first carry. Roquan. But yeah, it's been a pretty balanced game for Dallas. The defense has been doing what they need to do, and the offense has been moving. Just need to make the gap a little bigger here. Looked like he had the outside. They set the edge. He tried to go up, and now it's a 3rd and 3.
I think I think the Ravens, if they get another turnover, man, I think it's going to shift the whole paradigm of this game. I think that is actually what this defense needs in order to get this game turned around, man.
Need any kind of stop here. At the 37-yard line, we get a play action. Roquan committed. Passes underneath to his tight end, Franklin. He gets enough for a first down. Shador looking very accurate today. His only incompletion went into the hands of a Ravens defender. Had it at all. Roquan Smith.
Patrick,
Oh, that was
that's your boy
Patrick
Patrick
Quinn.
right there. Yes, sir. That's your boy.
Not really my
Untouched,
boy, but he was in the
untouched
backfield.
through the C gap, man. Untouched. Gotta put hats on hats.
Somebody's favorite in the backfield gets a real big stop for the Ravens. Trying to show up,
Great
passing down the
read.
same found Shoemaker. Kyle Hamilton coming down to get the tackle at the 42-yard line. And so, Jay, one big thing that Coach Nick did state in the interviews is that he wanted to bring those old days of the Ravens back. He wanted to bring the defense primarily back. How do you think he's been doing so far? It's only a 7-0 ball game.
I think that they're doing pretty good, man. You holding this high-powered Dallas offense down to 7 points. Jonathan Brooks is, I believe, under 50 rushing yards, which is unheard of this early in the season where he got fresh legs, man. So I think that they're doing everything right, and they're getting turnovers. I think right now it's just Shador is just having a great day. You know, he made his one mistake, but again, I think this defense is definitely in a position where they can keep this game manageable. The offense just going to have to do something.
And Roquan there with a big stop in the backfield and makes it a 3rd and 2. Jonathan Brooks still hasn't got on the good foot just yet, but like Jay said earlier, he can pop a big run. Here he goes, trying to get that extra 2 yards, but he gets about 5, maybe 4, pushes the ball down to the 30-yard line.
Man, I can definitely tell you this though, Block, and you might laugh at this, but it's not too often you see a running back in Coach Shay's offense have over 10 carries. So I think it's a new day in Dallas.
A new day for sure. He had a great week last week. Like I said, he had 3 touchdowns. There he goes. Shador finds his standout receiver, number 13, Hawthorne. Touchdown, Cowboys.
And in the words of Thrax Gang, pound 13, do you know what that means? And
Last
he
week it
gets
was the
in his
run
own.
game with 91 yards, 13 carries, 3 touchdowns for Brooks. This week, we seeing it from Shador. He got 2 touchdowns, very accurate through the air. It's a 14-point ball game in the new bank in the yo.
Man. So Block, did you? My question that I had for you is that did you expect a performance out of Shador like this?
I mean, with the new head coach and the new O coordinator, got to see better times for this quarterback. Didn't do that good with the Dolphins. Had 3,996 yards, 28 touchdowns, 22 interceptions last season on 68 completions. So the accuracy, the ability to get the yards is there. Just gotta tighten up. He tightened up so far for Dallas. They got a 14-0 lead going into the fourth quarter. Hold the foes up like you part of 4 PF.
And I still think it's a lot of game left, man. 14-0 seems like a lot, but really, any points from this Ravens offense, and then you still got a ball game.
Here we go, looking to see better days for Lamar. The pressure there.
Ooh,
That's Braylon Trice, the new addition on the defense from free agency, gets his first sack on the season.
yeah, called him a little boy.
Don't know if he was talking about the offensive lineman or Lamar, or maybe even both.
Definitely think he was talking about that offensive line, man. I don't know if you noticed, but this Dallas front seven been getting to the backfield.
Yeah, you got to think this defensive coordinator,
And that's
the old head coach for this Ravens team is on
and did
get
that
back with
Trice
his.
again?
That is Trice. He gets it. He gets him down and makes it a sack and a half. I think the other half went to Wingo for some reason, but it's a 4th and 25 from the 9 yard line. And
I guess Trice said this drive is gonna be all his, man.
like I was saying, it looks like that old head coach of this team is sicking his boys on his new with his new team. He said, "Look, I got something to prove here. Go get him." Pollard decides to take a fair catch at the 32-yard line, and here comes Shador. And just going back to what you were saying, what you asked me about him, he does have the talent, and just knowing the head coach under with Joe Burrow under him, he was a top passer in the league in yards and touchdowns and what have you. Turnovers may have been an issue, but Shador looks like he's pretty accurate. Might cut that down for him. Handed
Most
it off to
definitely, man.
Brooks. Gets 4 yards on the carry.
Man, it's definitely a good look just seeing Shador in Dallas, man. Knowing the history of his family, especially his father, Deion Sanders, Super Bowl winner with Dallas, Hall of Famer. Now he got an opportunity to try to get himself a ring as well.
Yep, playing in his home state where he was a standout in high school, along with his brother and his dad, Coach Prime, as the head coach. Evan Stewart getting involved. 3 catches, 49 yards for him today. We down at the 44-yard line. Shador looking downfield has CD Lamb wide open on the sideline. These wide receivers seem like they just running free today. Besides the interception,
I think I think we seeing right now a good case of film study. It's a lot of play action going on, and these guys are getting open.
gets in underneath the Hawthorne, gets it off right before the rush gets there, and he actually gets it down to the 2 yard line. The offense is still moving. 3 catches and 63 yards and a touchdown for him today. We seeing all the wide receivers eat in this game. Nobody's gonna be upset with their quarterback after this one. Down at the goal line, handing it off to Brooks. Queen
And he
having none of it.
gets stuffed. Man, can you believe 16 completions on 17 attempts, 297 passing yards, and 2 touchdowns on the day for Shador Sanders with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this game?
And the only incompletion was an interception. The only blemish. But Brooks, he fights his way and he gets in the end zone to add on his touchdown total. Touchdown Cowboys.
And a milestone has been reached for Jonathan Brooks as he reached the century mark of 50.
The half century mark, but we'll take it. 21-0
Yes,
ball
sir. Yes,
game
sir.
in the new bank. This offense looking good. A lot of questions in Coach Shea and what he was going to do with this team, but so far he looks like he's doing a pretty good job. Baldwin taking it out of the end zone. Gets chopped down at the 24-yard line.
And I
Got
know
it.
one thing. I would love to be a fly on the wall in team meetings over the weekend. We talking about the first 2 games of the season, new stadium, new team identity, and you go 0-2 at home. A tough
Yeah,
conversation to have with your team.
yeah. With the schedule guys blessing you, giving you 2 home games to start it out, but 2 tough opponents testing you out to see how you feel about your team early. as we have a 21-0 lead for the Dallas Cowboys going into the 2-minute warning. But yeah, it will be tough. You have seen flashes from the defense, but it seems like the offense hasn't gotten groove yet. And so it seems like there's some things that needs to be ironed out there. From the 27-yard line, Lamar Jackson out in the shotgun, looking downfield, has his man Bateman, gets down to the 43-yard line, big gain. Only nine attempts for Lamar Jackson through the air today. The pressure's been getting to him, but a good throw there down the middle of the field.
Yeah, man. And it seems like over the past, 2 games so far, we have under 20 passing attempts from Lamar Jackson in
Well, there
total.
you go. There he goes. He makes it 10 attempts for the day. Zay Flowers getting involved with his first catch. Lamar Jackson looking downfield. He has time. Going over top to Zay Flowers again. Getting down to the 12-yard line. 55 seconds left in this ball game and counting. Maybe looking to get in the end zone to just have something to go off of.
Yeah, I definitely think right now this TD is for morale,
But couldn't
and it
get it.
just gets
Clark
spoiled.
right across the middle catches the first interception of the ball game for the Dallas defense. He's down to the 23-yard line.
And he's giving the crowd a show after that interception. No sportsmanship.
But it seems like Shador has some sportsmanship in him. He's going to nail it out and end this ball game here. Looks like the final score is going to be 21-0, favor of the Cowboys.
I have faith that the Ravens are going to be able to turn it around, man. But I think the question at this point is, when are they going to turn it around?
Yeah, it's been a pretty tough stretch so far with them, with two tough opponents. But gotta say, better days shall come. There we have it. It's a 21-0 game. Dallas gets the win in the new bank. Stick around. We got the post game interviews. So it seems like coach is liking what he's seeing for the most part. But we always start with the victorious coach. We can bring Coach Shea up for opening statements.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Always good, man.
Uh,
Always good. You start
yeah,
out with your opening statements, man.
good win, good win, good road win here. Come out the new coach here against Coach Nick. Good way to swap. Good swap over the off season. But good dominant win today on both sides, offense and defense. Special teams, we had a little rocky start earlier due to little roster issues, but we got it together and found a way to fight back, even though had a few, like one or two blemishes, but we'll fix that over the course of the week.
All right, Jay, you can start out with your questions, Brody.
It's
All
19
right, man.
tackles.
What's up,
God
Coach Shay? This
damn.
is One Trade coming to you live from Nashville, man. I definitely want to say great game. One thing that definitely caught me by surprise was the performance from Shador Sanders. If you mind just sharing with us, man, what has been different in his preparation in comparison to where he came from in Miami, where he was able to be so efficient today, throwing 16 for 17 with his only incompletion being an interception, going upwards of 300 yards on a 94 completion rate and 2 TDs.
Yeah, Shador played big today. Other than that one interception, like you said, kind of try to pre-read the defense, and Jair made a great play. But other than that, he did a great job of just taking his time and taking what the defense gave him. Not forcing it, not overthrowing. Mainly not forcing it. That was a good way to control the game, even though we had a slow start and stay accurate.
Well, certainly, man. Thank you for that answer.
Oh yeah, well, it's A Block, man. Guy from the NFL. Good win. Um, what's the what's the approach that you feel like you have to take with your new staff on the offense and all the talent you have between the wide receivers, the running back, what's the approach you guys take throughout the week in preparation and knowing who's going to be the guy when it comes game day?
Oh well, we get everybody ready to know. Any day can, any Sunday, any game can be your day. So everybody just has to be ready and prepared throughout the week, and we make sure everybody's getting the certain amount of reps they need, and everybody's getting their play call. We like to spread the ball around, get everybody involved. So good egos on the team. Keep it well balanced. Offense. I mean, with the running game and passing game.
Appreciate you. Good one, coach.
Thank you. Thank you.
We can bring up the hometown coach, Niggy Money. Opening statement.
Appreciate y'all for having me. Ain't really too much to say about that performance. Offensively, man, we gotta, like I said last week, gotta find a way to figure it out. Um, think defense. Honestly, I feel like they played well. I mean, it was a lot of times where we gave up some big plays in the pass game, but other than that, we stopped the best hands, arguably the best running back in the league, held him to under 50 yards. He got a touchdown on the goal line. I mean, but I just really got to figure out what's going on with this offense. We going, but in time it'll be together. We got a young O line.
On you, Jay.
I definitely agree with you on that, man. What's up, Coach Nick? This is again one Trey from coming to you live from Nashville, brother. I definitely want to say, your defense has been they've been performing very well in the first 2 weeks under the D'Amico Ryans. Um, first week against the Steelers, you were able to get turnovers and interceptions and actually get your points from that. This week you were able to get at least one turnover, but it definitely seems like that offense is definitely the Achilles heel for you all, as far as being what's not even gonna say the Achilles heel, but they should be the Achilles heel for you all rather than the defense in such this high-powered league. So my question that I have for you is do you have any ideas on what you may think maybe something that you need to put more emphasis on for your offense, or maybe like kind of take your emphasis away from in order to kind of turn things around and figure things out for this team.
Um, Honestly, I really think the offensive line is just a youth aspect right now. They went up
Right,
against two dominating, D lines,
right,
and it showed that they were not, they were really outmatched. And I really think that, in time, like I said, I can't lose faith and try to go out and spend money and go get somebody else to play O line as of right now. I just
right.
gotta build in them, trust in them, and in time, I don't think anybody on my O line is over 27 years old, 28 years old. So, trust in them. I feel like they're gonna get it together eventually, and I feel like that's gonna be the turning point for the offense.
Okay, now I definitely understand that. And my last question for you is, how's the morale with the team after this tough loss that you just had for the second week straight at home?
I think everybody's good. I think everybody understands, that right now we brought in a new system, brought in new head coach, new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator. It's going to be rocky at the start, you know. Um, I think everybody's understanding that, of course, nobody likes to lose, but we're all on the same page. We're going to turn this thing around by the time, season gets into the, later stages.
Most certainly, man. Thank you for your time, Coach Nick.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Good man from the NFL. Yeah, Commish Block, man. But yeah, just to keep on pace and on topic with the offense. Um, you seen two real solid D lines in your first 2 weeks. You know, um, we haven't really seen too much of the movement and the explosiveness and stuff that we've seen from Lamar in the past. If that's been something that you all been working on, like working the pocket, trying to find people downfield, or is that something that you know just kind of just hasn't been working so far for you guys?
Um, I think personally, it's more of a we haven't got into a rhythm yet for him to be able to be electrifying as he is. I think once everything starts molding together, we're gonna be able to make, the adjustments, and he's gonna be the player that the league expects him to be. Um, I think as of right now, we want to emphasize him to be able to do all aspects at the quarterback position. That's run, that's pass, that's you know make plays down the field, make short passes, make good reads. Um, and that, like I said, that comes with one having to trust in the O line, and two, being able to get a good run game and rhythm going on offense.
Yeah, it sounds good, Coach. Hope we see you soon, getting it back on track.
Appreciate it.
And that's it for this week in the game of the week from the Yo. Head Coach K Block on the play-by-play. Color commentary by One Trade J. Be back with y'all next week.
Peace.